I'll never forget the moment I realized something was terribly wrong. It was during a solo trip to Mexico, a place I'd always dreamed of visiting, but never thought it would become the backdrop of one of the scariest moments of my life. I'd been in Mexico for about 3 days. I had rented a little Airbnb by the beach, spent my days exploring the local markets, eating fresh ceviche, and just soaking in the sun. Everything felt so perfect. That was, until it wasn't. I woke up one morning feeling off. Just a little ache here, a little dizziness there, nothing I couldn't push through. But as the day went on, the symptoms kept getting worse. By mid-afternoon, I could barely sit up. My body felt like it was shutting down, and the exhaustion was crushing. I had no idea what was happening. A quick Google search told me it could be anything from food poisoning to something more serious. But I wasn't about to take chances in a foreign country with no one around to help. I knew I had to do something. But here's the thing. In that moment, I had no clue what to do. I was stuck. I didn't know who to call, where to go, or what to expect in Mexico. And let me tell you, the panic is real when you don't know the language, you don't know the system, and you're alone in a place that's unfamiliar. But then, my mind raced to something I almost forgot about, my travel insurance. I know, you're probably thinking, of course, you had insurance. But I hadn't really thought much of it until this moment. I had bought it on a whim before my trip because it seemed like the responsible thing to do. But now, it felt like a life raft in a sea of uncertainty. So, I pulled out my phone, opened up the insurance app, and hit the emergency number. I was honestly expecting to be met with the same kind of automated response you get from most services. You know, the one where you get stuck in a loop of press 1 for English and please hold for what feels like eternity. But instead, someone picked up almost immediately. I can't even describe the relief I felt in that moment. They spoke English, they were calm, and they immediately started to help. Within minutes, I was connected to a local clinic, and a doctor was on the way to see me at my Airbnb. I remember thinking, is this really happening? Are they actually sending a doctor to me right now? And they did. A doctor arrived at my door within the hour. She checked me out, confirmed that I was having a severe reaction to something I ate. It was likely seafood, of all things, and prescribed some medication to get me back on my feet. I couldn't believe how smooth it all went. What had started as a panic-stricken moment of being utterly lost and alone turned into something manageable, even a bit. Calm, in a way. I was lucky, right? I know. But the reason I'm sharing this with you is because there's a real lesson here, one that I wish someone had shared with me before all of this happened. We often don't think about what could go wrong when we travel, but the truth is, emergencies can happen anywhere. And when they do, you don't want to be figuring out what to do from scratch. You want that peace of mind that someone, somewhere, is there to help. That's when I really understood the power of having the right insurance. It's not just some piece of paper or a policy you forget about until you need it. It's the safety net you hope never to fall into, but when you do, it's the difference between stress and feeling supported. So, here's the tip I'd give. Before you travel anywhere, make sure you have good travel insurance. And I don't mean the generic stuff they try to upsell you at the counter. Find something reliable, something that genuinely works when things go south. For me, that was Auras.insure. I've used them now for multiple trips, and each time, I felt that peace of mind knowing they've got me covered. No hassle, no surprises. I know it's not glamorous to talk about insurance, but trust me on this one, it saved me. When things went wrong in Mexico, it wasn't just the doctor's visit that saved me. It was knowing that there was a team of people behind the scenes making sure I was okay. And now I trust them because I know it works. If you're planning a trip, do yourself a favor. Check out Auras.insure. It's not just a service. It's something that can be a real lifesaver when you need it most. Because, let's be honest, emergencies never happen when you're ready for them. But when you've got the right coverage, at least you won't be facing them alone.